students. Good to have you today on this platform once again. My name is Ogo KBO, and I'm here to teach you economics today. The topic of our lesson today is money. Recall that last week, Friday, I taught you money. So today we want to continue from where we stopped. The objectives of today's lesson are: by the end of the lesson, the students should be able to state criticisms of quantity theory of money, state the Graham's law, explain e-banking, list advantages and disadvantages of e-banking, explain cashless economy policy, and finally, list benefits and problems of cashless economy policy. Now let's discuss criticisms of quantity theory of money. 1. The theory takes no account of the influence of rate of interest. 2. It is a truism and not a theory. 3. A change in one variable will likely bring about a change in the other variable. The last but not the least, the theory does not show how the value of money can be determined. Rather, it emphasizes on the change in the value of money. The Graham's law. Graham's law states that when government overvalues one type of money and undervalues another, the undervalued money will leave the country or disappear from circulation into hoarding, while the overvalued money will flood into circulation. This bad money drives out good money. E-banking. What is e-banking? E-banking is known as electronic banking. It is a banking method that allows for the use of computer and computer-aided devices with internet access in carrying out and monitoring transactions without being physical in the bank. It allows the customer to manage his money from anywhere, whether office, home, transit, etc., as it offers an easy, effective, and cheaper access to routine banking information, products, and services. For example, checking out of account balances, account history, download statement of account, payment of utility bills, transfer funds between accounts and other banks, etc. It also offers online shopping. Some e-banking services in Nigeria include: 1. Electronic fund transfer system known as EFTS. 2. Automated teller machine ATM. 3. FOREX ATM. 4. Point of sale, popularly known as POS. Number 5. Automated clearing house, known as ACH. E-banking, like we all know, is an in thing. It's more convenient for everybody understands what e-banking is all about. From the convenience of our home, we could make our transfer, download our statement of account, check our account balance, pay our utility bills. From the comfort of anywhere we are, we recharge our cables, we recharge our phones. So that's what e-banking is all about. Most of us are used to ATM. We'll go to ATM point, use the ATM machine to get cash at any time. We use POS. I'm sure most of us do not even know the full meaning of POS. POS means point of sale. So we use POS to buy things along the road, in the shop, big stores like supermarkets, departmental shops. In fact, almost every nook and cranny of this country, we see POS machine here and there. Let's consider the advantages of e-banking. 1, cashless economy. 2, security of lives and money. 3, high spread of transaction. 4, less queues in banking halls. Number 5, monitoring of funds in accounts easily. When we talk about cashless economy, it means that people don't carry money anymore. You don't need to carry millions of naira wherever you are. In those days, before you withdraw 1 million naira, you need to call the bank. They will give you escorts, give you security so that robbers do not attack you on the road. But at the convenience of wherever you are, you can easily transfer any amount of money at any time. Then it saves lives and also money. The risk of being on the road and somebody will attack you because you're carrying 1 million naira, 5 million naira is reduced. Then we have high speed of transaction. You can afford to do any transaction at any time. If it is an individual, the cashless policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria says at least 500,000 can move out of your account or come into your account at any time. For corporate accounts, a maximum of 3 million naira in or out at a particular time. Then the problem of going to banking halls, you go there from morning till night. In those days, before now, any day you want to go to bank, you leave your house very early as 6:30. You'll be there before the bankers will arrive, so as to make sure they will attend to you as early as possible. It's no longer there. So you go to banks, you don't see queues anymore. In fact, people don't even want to go there anymore. The last but not the least is that you monitor your funds at the comfort of wherever you are. Know what happens in your account at any time. Let's consider the disadvantages of e-banking. High cost of telephone and internet connection. You must have a good telephone and you must also have your internet connected. But now they have introduced USB code which you can use to transfer. Whether you have data or not, you can easily make your transfers. Not all GSM allows e-banking. Not all GSM lines allow e-banking. Now we have extra charges on transactions online. For every transaction you make, some they will debit you 10 naira, some 26 naira, some 100 naira on every transaction made online. The next disadvantage is long queues on ATM. If you walk along the street, you see people foiling on the queue just because they want to have access to ATM. And we don't have enough ATM machines. Most cases you see 4 or 5 ATM machines, only one will be functional. The next one is ignorant and reluctant attitude of customers to adapt to e-banking. Most customers will tell you, no, I'm not used to e-banking. In fact, don't want to do transfer. I don't even have ATM. I want to go to bank. When you want to pay them, they'll say, no, don't transfer. I want my money cash. Let's talk about cashless economy policy. Cashless economy policy is a central bank policy aimed at reducing the amount of physical cash carried in the economy and encouraging more electronic-based transaction. The policy stipulated a maximum cumulative withdrawals and deposits which individuals and corporate bodies can make on daily basis. For individuals, daily withdrawals or cash deposits cannot exceed 500,000, while corporate bodies cannot exceed 3 million naira. When I was explaining e-banking or e-economy, I mentioned the maximum amount of money that an individual account can transfer or get deposited into on daily basis, and that of a corporate account. So I just repeated it here now. Cashless economy simply means that the government is trying to discourage people from carrying cash. That's what it means. Other than carrying cash from one place to the other, you want to go to Lagos to do transaction of 1 million naira, you carry cash to go to Lagos. Cashless policy is saying don't carry physical cash. Ordinarily, instead use the electronic based transaction. Benefits of cashless economy policy. 1, increased convenience. You can do it at your own time. 2, more service options. You decide what you want to do, the type of service you want at a particular time. Reduce risk of cash-related crimes, which I've mentioned earlier on. Cheaper access to banking services. You don't need to stress yourself going to bank and coming back. You can do it at the comfort of your comfort. The next one is fast access to capital. You can easily access money anytime, no matter the time, no matter the hour. Reduce revenue linkages. What do we mean by that? The amount of revenue accruable to the government is being channeled to the appropriate quarters. For example, before now, students who pay school fees might pay cash, and you might not know where the cash will be, and you might not know where the cash will be channeled to. You might pay for something, be it tax, and it will not be accounted for. That's what we mean by revenue linkages. Reduced cash handling costs. To carry cash from one place to the other, you incur costs by transferring it from one place to the other. Increased tax collection, greater financial inclusion. The last but not the least, increased economic development. Problems of cashless economic policy. High illiteracy level. In this part of the world, we have a lot of people who are not literate, who are not educated. So they do not appreciate the importance or the relevance of cashless economy. People also, because they cannot read and write, they will not be able to operate the GSM or the laptop or palm top or any other means of cashless economy. Number 2, inadequate infrastructure like electricity. You know that it is the order of the day. We have insufficient or non-regular power supply. So when there is no power supply, you will not be able to do anything you want to do electronically. High import duty on POS machines. You know that goods imported into this country attract import duties. Number 4, manufacturing of ATM and POS machines. ATM and POS machines are not manufactured in Nigeria. And even if we want to start manufacturing it in Nigeria, we need to import the raw materials that will be used to produce such machines. The last but not the least, non-provision of ATMs for people with physical disability, which excludes them from cashless policy. You'll agree with me that a blind person will not be able to have access to ATM or POS. Then those who have impediment, maybe amputated legs or hand, will also not be able to have access to ATM POS machines. Having concluded today's lesson, I want to give you the following assignment. Number 1, state any 3 criticisms of the quantity theory of money. Number 2, state Graham's law. Number 3, explain e-banking. Number 4, explain cashless economy policy. Number 5, list 5 benefits of cashless economy policy. Forward your assignment to the email below: fgcphcdg class@gmail.com. Thank you for giving me your time. See you some other time.